I lost my job.
By then you were working with a travel agency?
Not really. No, I just started. Yeah, I started this just because I had nothing to do. I lost my job. I had to pay my rent and pay all my bills over by myself. But lucky enough, I had people around me who are good. But yeah, and the worst thing is, bro, I just saved my little money, but I ended up using all of it because I had to change the visa status. You know, I changed that almost 3 times. Lucky enough, the first time I got a job, alhamdulillah.
So when did you lose your job exactly? We want to know, was it like in 2020? Was it in 20? You said in 2020, right?
2020.
Exactly what month? In 2019.
At the end of 2018,
you resigned.
I resigned.
So in 2019,
late Jan,
I got a job.
You got a job in 2019.
Yes.
So around.
I signed in Feb when it's beginning around February. It was February 8 or 12.
Exactly.
Around that.
Yeah.
that was Sun and Sons. Huh?
Yes, Sun and Sun. After I had signed, 2 weeks we went in lockdown. If I didn't have like brothers who could support me here, it would have been worse.
So what for you, family has been very important in those situations.
It was family.
COVID. Welcome to Boys DXB. Vibes UG, please, each and everybody, please just subscribe on our page, Facebook page, on our Twitter handle, on our YouTube channel. Well, today we're here, we're going to talk about the impact, the effect of COVID-19. A lot of people back home in Uganda, they have a misconception about COVID, or they have a notion that COVID has been easy on people that are in Dubai or UAE at large, that are, it has been easy on them. But today we're here to dissect, the whole situation when COVID started, when the whole pandemic started in the UAE. I mean, the bad, the good, and the worst. I'll be with my guys, with Farid and Zach. They'll give their honest opinions about COVID. Zach, I'll start with you if you don't mind, please. Just tell me, you, Zach Maya, you've been in Dubai, let's say maybe for over a year now, right?
Yeah.
So how has COVID affected you as a person? As a professional in Dubai, in your own career? So please.
First of all, thanks for keeping a look to this channel. You're doing an amazing work. Well, to me, COVID was really an impact to me as a person because COVID came in a time where I had just got a job.
For sure.
I had just signed an offer, and then 2 weeks we went in lockdown. So it impacted me seriously when it comes to my work life, because I resigned like I resigned because COVID started in 2019.
2019,
right?
Yeah.
I had resigned in 2018 in October. Spent all month up to 2019 Jan. That is the period I got a job. So from October to 2019 January, because COVID I think started in February. Early Feb,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, early Feb. So within that period, I was not working from October 2018. Then I get a job in January. COVID came through. You get it? After I signed my contract, 2 weeks we went in lockdown. So the company had to call me and let me know that we are going to be putting you guys on hold until the whole situation normalizes. But remember, when COVID had just come in, we are hearing it in rumors that it is going to take like a year to get a vaccine. So things appeared as if it is going to end soon.
Yeah.
It was not that case. So we are put on hold. Those who are working were also told to stay home. Then things got worse. I was waiting. I didn't know whether these guys were going to pursue with the offer they had given me. And indeed, they did. You get it?
Exactly.
So I ended up losing that job that I had just had. And it was a good job because I had got it.
So when did you lose your job exactly? We want to know, was it like in 2020? Was it in 20... you said in 2020, right?
2020.
Exactly what month? In 2019.
At the end of 2018,
you resigned.
I resigned.
So in 2019.
Late
Jan.
I got a job.
You got a job in 2019.
Yes.
So
I
around
signed in Feb when it's beginning around February. It was February 8 or 12.
exactly.
Around that.
Man.
That was
After
Sun
I-
and Sons. Huh?
Yes, Sun and Sun. After I had signed, 2 weeks we went in lockdown. Because I signed when COVID had started. People are falling on the street. It's a serious
Oh, so
disease,
bad.
Exactly.
you know. Then in 2 weeks' time we went in lockdown. Then they had to send us messages because remember malls were closed,
Of course,
hotels were closed, airports were closed.
everything was under lockdown.
Yes, then we were put on a hold. And again, you could say that even those ones who are already working, they were told to stay home.
Sure.
You get it? So I was in a period of uncertainty whether I have a job or not. I just have an offer letter. I haven't signed a labor contract with a company. So by all means, I came to realize that because the people who were working there, those who had just been recruited like 3 months back, were also terminated in the same company. That's when I came to know that now
It's becoming serious.
They cannot terminate the people they have, and again they
And then
get
how-
no
exactly.
who is new. You get it? We stayed home. Of course, COVID also came with so many benefits because it was the first time that one could stay in Dubai for a full year without worrying about
Without worrying
visa.
about visa.
You get it?
Exactly.
So it was fun somehow, but at the same time, it was stressing. But the guys were not working.
Exactly.
And many people were home. Like companies could pay half, so you could all be in the house when you know that.
At least at the end of the month, you have something
You get
that
it?
is coming to your account.
50%
But
of
me-
the salary.
I was not working.
So that's a different story for you.
It was a different story, of course. If I didn't have like brothers who could support me here, it would have been worse.
So what for you, family has been very important in those situations.
It was family.
COVID situation, it was family for you.
Okay, the only impact I got
Mm.
is that I was not earning money for myself,
But at least you're not worried about like food, where to sleep.
you know?
So like anything, accommodation and shelter, everything was
sorted
okay.
on my case.
Oh.
So I don't know to
Very
the
well.
side, imagine, I don't know to the side of the person who had no family here and is supposed to be. For many girls, they went into marriage because they had no option.
Of course.
You get it? So that is how COVID affected me in one way or the other.
All right, Farid, my brother, I'll go with you. So I would like to know your perception about COVID, because we've just heard what Zach had to say about COVID, how it really affected him as a person and as a professional in Dubai. So I'd like to hear you, my brother. In 2019, around late 2019, that's when
Late
COVID
2019.
started, right?
Exactly.
But it became serious.
Late
It-
2019, then early 2019, COVID became serious.
All right, cool. So, Farid, I'd like to know your part, please, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Well, COVID affected me to an extent that I myself, I was laid off.
It's very unfortunate.
It was so really bad. I lost my job.
By then, you were working with a travel agency.
Not really. No,
Ah,
I
it was
just
a
started.
different company.
Yeah, I started this just because I had nothing to do. I lost my job. I had to pay my rent and pay all my bills over by myself. But lucky enough, I had people around me who are good. But as you said earlier before, I really wonder what really happened to those brothers and sisters of ours who didn't have a job, who had no option, who had nothing to do. We found ourselves that most of our guys, mostly, I won't say Ugandans,
But I feel like everyone at large.
yeah,
Not only-
everyone at large faced it roughly, bro.
Not only Ugandans.
Not only Ugandans,
All people in the UAE were
all
really
people in UAE.
troubled by COVID.
Yeah, most of them were laid off.
Exactly.
Most of them were given unpaid leave.
Unpaid leave.
And as you said earlier before, those who signed their contracts within a short period of
Let's say within March, April, no, Feb, March.
Feb, March, they were laid off
Because
because all the companies had to cut off the employees in order to save some money.
And let's not forget,
So-
the thing is, sorry, my brother.
It's okay.
It was really, they had the authority, they got the authority from the Dubai government, that they are allowed to lay off, to lay off workers. So
Yes.
it's not really that the company, they had a choice. It's not really that something just came from the company, you know, entirely. No, but it came from the government. They gave them the authority that, hey, you can lay off, you know, some of your workers if you feel like you cannot really manage their salaries. So you can lay off.
And they looked at the people who had just joined, people who was without, when they haven't finished, if you probation,
exactly.
if you haven't finished your probation. Yeah, and the worst thing is, bro, I just saved my little money, but I ended up using all of it because I had to change the visa status. You know, I changed that almost 3 times. Lucky enough, the first time I got a job, alhamdulillah. But all I can say, we're all affected, the same way or the other. But what I think, people here in Dubai or abroad got affected more. Because the life here in Dubai or life in other countries abroad, it's a little bit hard and difficult if you don't have a job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I think it's a bit difficult.
To me, COVID impacted us so much. But to me, COVID was a bit more of a blessing in disguise. How? Because remember, I was already on a visa. You get it? The only bad thing is that I had got a job that I had signed.
Oh.
And then I didn't pursue it. And it's one of the jobs that I had wanted to do because it was sales, it was paying me good money.
Exactly.
You know how Sun and Sun pays.
Yeah, for sure.
You get it?
Yeah.
I missed that job. That's the only bad thing about COVID. But then, since I was already on a visa, that was almost expiring the next month in April, we went down on lockdown in early March, and then the government declared that no more making visas.
No more making visas.
You're all on government visas
up to December
31st.
And you find it that after December, most people...
we didn't even reach there.
No, I don't think. They terminated, I think, like maybe in August, something like that.
August.
Yeah, they said now.
To me, how I say that it was a blessing in disguise is I had a lot of time when I'm home. In that same period is when I learned to DJ.
Yeah, I remember that time. I remember that time. The first time we met Zach.
Yes.
We met Zach. I think maybe in Moroccobat. I think Moroccobat or something like that. Yeah, it was a party.
Yes.
That was the first time we met
so
you and the other boys.
I learned to be a DJ in COVID period, in COVID time. Because remember here, when you're working, you don't have time for anything.
No, man.
It is work, sleep, work, sleep. You get
we
it?
don't even get time for ourselves. We don't even get
COVID,
to know what we want to do.
In that same COVID, that's where the idea of making this podcast and the channel that we are
Exactly.
talking about came from.
That's the whole idea, where it came from.
I remember telling a friend of mine that I had a few friends of mine and we are planning to make a podcast. You know what he told me? He laughed and said, but you know what? You already have a lot of time at home.
Exactly.
You want to start a podcast here in Dubai? You have a lot of time. And I was like, we're going to make it. And you see, it will work out. You get it?
Exactly.
It was within COVID.
That's a problem. That is a problem that we face with our fellow
podcast
Ugandans.
that you guys are watching now came into existence.
That's a blessing in this game.
Blessing.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
by your friend
for
was
me,
standing there.
One thing I would say about COVID, man, I think people just need to know it was smoke and mirrors. It wasn't easy, you know. Just like, fortunately, I was lucky enough. I really didn't lose my job. I was working. By that time when COVID started, you know, I already got a job with Puma. I was working with Puma. Everything was going, you know, like smoothly. So COVID came in, man. Was really, really uncertain about what's going to happen with our future. Then we get some, you know, like contracts from the company, agreements where we had to sign. There will be a salary deduction for 50%. Can you imagine 50%? You have to pay your accommodation. I remember that time, all the landlords, they wanted like full, you know, like full pay, full rent.
Of course.
So there came a problem. So we signed these papers, had nothing to do. You know, they said until further notice. Right now, you guys are gonna have to sign these papers. Until further notice, we'll tell you until, you know, till you guys can get like full salary. We stayed home. Almost, I think we're in lockdown for almost like 1 month and maybe like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like for me it was really, really a good place for, you know, it was a sanctuary for me because at least I got time for myself.
Yeah.
Just stay home, you know, eat as much as I could, you know, like work out. I met a few good people. That time, you know, like we started hanging out with Farid and a few boys. You know, we started like, you know, going to parties. That time I made.
It was a
Zach
bit
as
fun.
well.
Yeah.
It was a really, really nice thing. But
was
let's
fun.
not forget the bad side. People lost jobs.
Too many.
People lost jobs.
And people lost lives.
People lost lives. It was really, really tough. We didn't know what to do. People in Uganda, they were really worried about us, but we were worried about them.
More worried about.
Imagine in Uganda, there are people that are, you know,
there's no safety. That's the first thing we could say. There's no safety in Uganda.
Now imagine.
There's no safety.
At least we had security. At least you could get something to eat. You don't know, the government, laid a foundation where some people could get something to eat.
Exactly.
But
for those who couldn't afford food.
But I just want people to know back home in Uganda, it wasn't easy as all they think.
Yeah,
it was really, really tough for us as well.
It's in COVID that many people got a taste to know that anything is possible.
Exactly.
And anything can happen at any time.
We are abroad, we are in Dubai here.
Exactly.
You get it? But you find yourself that someone cares less or thinks less about what might happen within the next 5 years from now.
For sure.
So it was within COVID that people came to realize that a time can come like this and you're all told to go back to your country.
Exactly.
You get it?
For sure.
Because these guys, they have enough machinery to make us all leave their country.
I am.
Watch again. Enyonyi fly Dubai, Emirates.
Just go home.
If they wake up and decide that, oh, you're gonna go home.
Transgate did the same thing.
Transgate.
They laid off maybe 2,000 guys. So they had to put them on the plane, just go back to Uganda.
They laid off almost 40% of their
almost
employees.
40%.
40.
So this COVID opened people's eyes that if you're working here, if you still have a job, you need to save something for yourself.
Exactly.
Save as more as you can.
Because people spend a year here, some up to now don't have jobs. Imagine if you had not saved anything for yourself as a couple. How did you survive? Because
I myself,
people never stopped.
I faced the
never
same
stopped,
shit.
and they wanted full rent.
Yeah.
People never stopped paying.
We had to eat every day.
But I'll tell you one thing about COVID. For me, that was really, really important. It was really, really very, very fortunate for us as an African. You know, the whole virus started from China. Imagine we're living in a country where some Asians, they look at you in a way they put on mask just because you sit next to them.
Yes.
Now imagine if this virus came from Africa, it could have been worse for us.
Of course.
But it was really, really very fortunate for us because it started in Asia. So, at least we were protected. Yeah. But imagine as an African, it came from Africa. Because remember those times we had Ebola, we had, they would look at you. I made someone told me, I don't want to go to Africa. There are mosquitoes and Ebola. Now imagine if COVID came from, from Africa. Could have been
deported.
So for me as an African, I was like, okay. I remember that time we never used even to kill, they used to say that it's not really, let's not forget, it's not a fact. COVID can really, really affect black people as well.
Exactly.
So there was just a feeling that Africans, they don't get infected by COVID, but it's not real. People are really dying in Africa as well.
Yeah.
But that time, there were rumors Africans don't get corona, something like that. But no, it's not true. But I think maybe just within
our
African
immune system,
and our immune system is really good,
is
thank God.
Strong, yeah.
But for me as an African, I was really proud.
But you know me, I have my reservations when it comes to COVID because there's so many things that I don't believe in when it comes to COVID. Only that this is a topic that you cannot express freely.
Exactly.
To the public.
To the public.
There are so many things that are not connected. What happened to the people who were just falling on the street when it first came? You get it?
You no longer see them.
You no longer see them. And they are saying that disease is becoming more severe and severe each and every passing day. You get it? So what happened to those symptoms that when you're affected, you just fall on the street? Number one. There are so many things that are happening around COVID that we don't understand. But we won't go in details.
Exactly.
But what?
Let's just leave it to the...
Tanzania never closed down.
Never.
People are still living. Do you know that so many people in Africa die of malaria compared to COVID?
Of course.
You get it?
That's a fact.
Now...
And the death rate in Tanzania wasn't that high, according to
up to now.
Even up to
countries.
now. Even up to now.
You get it? But you bring COVID, Dubai is open.
It's open. Each and everything is open.
People are moving.
Freely.
People are
sometimes you can even go to a mall, you don't have your mask. The security girl will find you, just tell you, bro, just put your mask up. That's it.
You get it? So there are so many things that are not understandable. Well, the disease is there, we agree, but there are so many questions about that disease. But
A lot
then,
of cautions, man.
but then also,
Mostly about social distance. Just imagine you seated like this, but
And no one even cares.
they won't even allow you to sit like this when you're in bus.
when
public
COVID,
buses.
you know, when COVID first came through,
And there's no
me,
difference.
I have a belief that all of us were somehow affected by COVID.
Yeah, I think
I think so.
I think globally
Yes.
we're all really affected by.
There are times within the times we went into lockdowns, when I was in the house, I could feel like chest pain, all the symptoms.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I didn't get any treatment, but I'm still here.
Your immunity was good.
Do you get it? There are times when they open the bus and we could be packed in
Oh,
bus.
metro.
Metro.
Check the metro.
Now, you talked about the metro. One thing I don't understand about the metro, and this thing should be addressed, you know? You're not supposed to sit on this chair because of social distancing.
Social
But
distance.
when we are standing in the metro, we
There's
are
no
standing.
It doesn't make any
Body to
sense.
body.
Body
Yeah,
to body.
of course.
It does not make sense.
Doesn't make
You get
sense
it?
at all.
So-
That's what I was talking about.
I mean, so for me,
Either we should forward the COVID thing and go back to normal, or we should remain in this polary that COVID is.
there's something fishy about
guys,
COVID, but we won't go deep.
we're still here with the boys. Just wanted to let you know, guys, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, Vibes UG. That's our handle. Just go to our Twitter page as well. Just go to our Facebook. Subscribe, guys. All right. So for me, I would say another thing about COVID. Now let's talk about the good side. So I feel like COVID has been really, really a blessing because there are guys that have been in been in Dubai for over 10 years in one company.
Yeah.
So most of those guys, they were really laid off, you know, like old guys.
We talk about the good side of COVID.
So right now when you look at COVID, right now in Dubai, there are plenty of jobs. Really right now when you look, because everything in Dubai is open. Like, because when you look at Europe, at the moment some countries are still under lockdown. When you look at America, so some people, the people are just leaving their own countries, they're coming to Dubai. So now the business really looks good. When you look at the revenue and everything really looks good.
Everything is
Right now,
moving
retailers are really hiring. They're really hiring people. When you go to F&B, you know, baristas, waiters,
small.
chefs and everything, jobs are really there right now. So I feel like this is the best time to get a really good job.
And it's the best time to come here because remember the expo is also be starting in June.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And so many companies are going to be hiring for the expo.
of
So
course.
it's really a good timing for those who want to come here and work from here.
Yeah.
Man, COVID. I'll tell you one thing. I don't know. I've been telling because I've had like 2 COVID tests. But for me, I just have a belief that these are just my words, guys. don't take my word for for facts. These are my
Okay.
words. This is my opinion about COVID.
Okay.
For me, I feel like because there was a time Donald Trump said something. He said
Man,
like
that nigga.
these people they say that if you use hand sanitizer, it will kill the virus. That's 11's idea, right? So I don't understand. If someone can really tell you that, that you
If
just
you
have to
use
use sanitizer to kill a virus, the COVID
You should
virus,
drink it.
then how comes it's been very, very hard to get a vaccine? Even right now, the vaccine that is going to happen, because tomorrow I'll be taking my first dose. They say it's not 100% genuine. Can you imagine? I remember the little science that I had, in school. It said like viruses are supposed to boost our immune system and to protect us from diseases and viruses. But this vaccine that is going around, I feel like COVID is a commercial thing. Those are just my words. Don't take it. These are only my words. Don't judge anyone for my own actions.
I have that
Exactly.
idea as well because let me pause this. In Uganda, our country,
Exactly.
there is only one vaccine that is being given to people.
Yeah.
In Dubai,
You have
as
two
a
types.
country, you take two
2 doses and 2
doses.
types as well.
You get
Sinopharm
We're
and
talking about
Pfizer.
types of 2 doses.
2 doses.
2 dosage.
I don't know whether they are different.
So in
Yeah,
Africa,
there are
we
two.
only have one.
There is
One
Sinopharm
dose.
and Pfizer.
Yes, you first take the first one, then after a period like of 1 month, you go back and take a second one.
Exactly.
Exactly.
In our country,
We only
it's
have.
only 1 dose.
Really? I didn't know about that.
It's only 1 dose in Uganda. It's only 1 dose, and it's
For
250
sure.
dirhams.
I didn't know. I didn't know about that.
And in Dubai, it's free.
It
In
becomes
Uganda,
In Dubai, it's 250. In Uganda,
how
it's
much?
250 dirhams.
How much is it? in
That's
Uganda?
250,000
In Uganda, it's
Uganda
250.
shillings. Yeah, 250,000.
but it's 1 dose.
But it's 1 dose.
God
So
bless
should we say
Africa.
that dose they send to Africa is much stronger than the one that is in the first world?
No,
countries?
I think,
No sense.
I think according to our immunity, I think they're doing this because of our immunity. The immunity is a bit strong. We don't need the second dose.
So why
I
are we
think
taking?
so.
So why are we taking
The
2
same
doses in
immunity
Dubai?
when
You
I'm
guys,
the same
no,
immunity.
exactly.
look. Let me just say this. Eh? You know this saying that says that we all Asians, bro. We all Asians.
No, I disagree.
We eat Asian food.
I'll disagree. 100% disagree. I'm African.
So we became
I'll
Asians.
disagree.
Maybe somehow.
But me, the good thing about the good thing that I got in COVID is, first of all, like I told you, I lost the job that I had got. But then within that process, I had reached a time, because you know when you're here and you've been here for quite some time, I had spent like 4 years here in Dubai. So I wasn't new to the interviews and the system, how it works.
Exactly.
So I was not on any pressure that when am I getting a job. Remember, my brothers were doing everything. If it's a visa change, when it reached, they put sleeping, I sleep on a big bed.
Not
Not
a decker
on a
bed.
decker, on a big bed.
So here in Dubai, if you have a very big bed that you're sleeping on, man, you're lucky.
My friend.
This is what we're talking
My
about.
friend. You get it? I'm not working. I'm sleeping on a big bed. I eat. Visa changes are made. So I was relaxed. Then a time came. I went. I don't know how they got my CV because I don't remember sending a CV to them.
Exactly.
Company called me. I went for barista. I didn't even know how to make one.
Not even steaming.
Not even steaming. But when I reached to a guy, he just looked at me, talked to me. Okay, how much are you getting? If I give you this much, you will take it. I was like, yeah, I will take the money. Okay, come tomorrow for training.
Wow.
So I got a job in a professional job of being a barista, and they trained me to be a barista. Because remember, they were not. The company was going to start maybe in the times when COVID came.
Okay.
Then we went on lockdown. So the company
closed.
So they had to
go on
postpone.
hold until business resumes to normal. You get it?
Okay.
Exactly.
So they had plenty of time to prepare for the opening. So within the first month, we were subjected to training. So I got a chance of training how to become a. Right now, if you put me on the machine, my friend.
So Zach, I'm sorry to say, but that's the whole point. One thing that I really admire about these Asians here, all these countries, that the first world countries. Imagine, it's not your profession, right?
Yes.
You told me you're a salesman,
Yes.
but now right now you're a professional barista. This is the kind of thing that I want people in Uganda to understand. Mostly these recruiting companies or agencies that are bringing kids here, to get lousy jobs. Some people are there. Some people have worked in restaurants in Uganda, nice like Cafe Javas, Cafe House, and he's a professional barista. Then why are you sending this? Why are you sending this guy to Dubai to work in security? You should, whatever profession you've been doing in Uganda, they should have lay up a foundation, classes. You going to Dubai, but you're going to find
you're good at
kind
this.
of jobs.
Let's build you.
Exactly. Let's try to build you so that you're ready for this kind of career.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it should
Because
be.
exactly, you never. I'll tell you
That's
one thing
how
in
it should
Dubai.
go.
Each and every job you'll get a training.
Of course.
Each and every job that you get, you'll get a training. There is time for induction and orientation. So in that period, you'll be trained to be a good salesman, a good barista. Why are we not doing this in Uganda? Why are we not doing this? Imagine.
They're not doing it because they don't even know what to do exactly.
I think it's because our system is designed for us to settle for less.
Yeah, I totally
You're right.
agree with you.
You're right.
Because let me tell you, someone can come here. I wouldn't love to use this example, but let me generalize. A person can come here. You just reached on a 3-month visa, and you make a CV for cleaning. For what?
Imagine.
You have 3 months of looking for a better job.
Exactly.
For what? You get it? So it is not that this person wants to be a cleaner. No, it's because of the system.
It's the system.
How we
Which
are
were
brought
built
up.
in,
We
yeah.
think that hard things are hard to get, or you're supposed to get a better job through a connection.
Exactly.
It is not.
No.
You get it? It is not. And we are so lucky that here in Dubai, actually, most people get jobs out of luck. Even what you know about that job is secondary here sometimes.
Of course.
course.
Some jobs they focus so much on what you know, but sometimes
Sometimes it
what
doesn't
you know
matter.
is secondary here.
It's second.
Because they know any job you're going to do, you're going to first go through a certain training process to do that job.
Every job here
So,
in Dubai. Have to go on
You
the
know,
induction.
we have these programs that have been running with Norman. You get it? Norman is among the panelists with us, but
No, shout out Norman.
he decided to mainly focus on the other show, which is a nice thing, but he's part of us and you'll be seeing him here. Most of the guys, we tell them that we have no jobs. We have no any connection, any company that gives out jobs. You get it? But when they come to inbox, they tell you, I have reached here, I can get you like 1 million, I can get you like 500 shillings if you can connect me to a better job.
How?
Why do you think there is a shortcut in getting a job?
There is no shortcut to life.
There is no shortcut.
There's no shortcut to success.
Hustle out, make
Nothing.
interviews, the job is going to be there.
Of course.
You get it?
Zach, each and every interview, people they need to know one thing. Each and every interview prepares you
To the next
Of course.
one.
to the next one.
Of course.
It doesn't matter if you fail the first interview.
You cannot do 20 interviews.
It's impossible.
Then
You fail to get a
one.
job.
Fail. Yeah.
It's impossible.
Of course, bro.
Very impossible. At least because at the end of the day,
You can't be
these are the same
successful
questions
without
they're going to
failing.
ask in them in
Yeah.
all the interviews.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you can't fail in 20 interviews to get a job.
Now imagine you go for a cleaning interview and they give you, after you refuse to take the offer, then time elapses, time catches you on your 3 months and you don't get a job. You will never forget that you had an offer to sign and you refused.
You live in
Because,
regret.
So why do you put yourself in a corner whereby you're going to regret over something? I better not do that interview such that I know I wasn't lucky, I didn't get, let me make a visa extension, then I keep pushing. You get it?
Yeah. All right. So the thing
Yeah.
is, right now it's 2021.
Exactly.
Things are really looking better right now. So
Alhamdulillah.
right now you're a professional barista. You're a salesman. I'm a salesman as well. So what kind of advice would you give to, someone that is in Uganda right now? Things are really, really tough back home in Uganda right now. That even to get money for passport, it's very hard. Even money to get money for a ticket and visa, it's very hard. Okay, let's say they managed to get all that. Now they come in Dubai. What would you advise him? That should he come to Dubai right now? Because COVID is still there, but at least now it has become subtle. It has become like normal. You don't even talk about it and people get surprised.
No,
it's
not
like
really.
that's like normal life now.
No, everything is getting back
Not
to
everybody is even looking at the news.
Nothing at all.
They're opening up like
They
new
no longer
stores, each and
even
everybody.
they no longer even post the number. of
Exactly.
co-
No one is really interested
one
in
even
COVID now
posting
because now
them
they
now.
know we need to live with it.
Everything is
So
going
what
back
would
to
you
normal.
tell a guy who's trying to leave Uganda? And this, COVID is still there. What would you tell him?
What I would say is that my sister and my brother just keep pushing. If you have an idea of coming to Dubai, please, if you're right there, you should come straight away because the opportunities are many and you can get a better job. You can start off a good life here in Dubai. There are so many better jobs in Dubai and never allowed to settle for less. That's the advice I should give.
Okay, me, what I would tell anyone who would want to come here, that now is the time. You
Yeah.
get it? COVID
It's a
happened,
very big thing.
it was real,
Exactly.
yes,
Yeah.
and it has come to pass. Dubai is open, number one. This is the right time for anyone who is in Uganda to come to Dubai right now because remember, the expo is on its way. I think
Exactly.
it's starting in June.
June.
We are expecting over 20,000 visitors, I think, plus to be in Dubai.
Yeah, for sure.
These are people who are going to come here as tourists. So many companies are going to be needing people to work for them in those areas where the expo
They
is
need
going
that
to be. You get
extra
it?
manpower.
This means jobs are here. So many countries are on lockdowns. Dubai is open. What does
Exactly.
that mean? Guys are running from countries where there are lockdowns. They are
Coming to Dubai.
You get it? That means tourism is somehow going up.
Exactly.
That means we need more people. So this is the right time for you guys who are in Uganda to come here because jobs are available. But also know, this same period, it is summertime.
Bro,
Yeah, for
bro,
sure.
yeah, you're right.
You
Watch
expect
ya.
regular kubeera nti nno wannyogoga but
Cool,
I'm
but
taking water because it's
Exactly.
Cold
cold.
water. Yeah.
You get it, and this place is air conditioned,
Air
summer
conditioned,
outside,
yeah.
but it is hot. So come knowing you're going to face a rough time within this period
Exactly.
until like November or December when summer
Late
starts.
November.
But this is the right time for someone to be here because jobs are around
Yeah, jobs are
and
here.
we should
You need to
thank that
utilize
to-
this time, you know.
to COVID because
Exactly.
other countries are locked.
Other
Here is
countries are
open.
still in lockdowns,
Yes.
but right now everything in Dubai is open.
Yes.
So it
Yeah,
doesn't
it's a
matter.
very
Please,
big
I'll
thing.
tell you one thing, guys.
Very big
COVID at large,
advantage.
we're all affected as a whole in UAE. So guys that are in Uganda thinking, you know, it's been easy for us that are in Dubai. It's been really, really tough, to be honest.
They are wrong.
I can promise you, in 2020, a few people had like serious savings. That I can promise you. That I can promise you 100%. People have just
Right.
people have just
Right.
been living to survive. You
course.
pay your rent, you pay your food, it's done, and your transport. Just go to work. Zero savings. But right now in
course.
2021, things are really looking good. Business are back. COVID is no more like an issue. You don't talk about it and people are really scared. No. Just, you know, you just have to follow the rules. Just wear your mask, social distance, you know, that's it. But the business is really moving. So guys, all of you that are in Uganda, things are really, really, really tough, I understand. But I would really want you guys to, if you at least you get a chance to leave Uganda and you want to come to Dubai, this
Please
is the
use
best
it.
period.
Please use that.
We are not the HR. We don't give out jobs, guys. That's one thing you need to know. I'm here right now. I don't want you to think that I'm giving you a job, but I'm trying to tell you that it's possible.
What's happening? We're all
I'm trying to
set
tell
up
you that there is an opportunity for you.
a very big opportunity.
Right now, when you
It's
look
the
at our
right
population
time.
in Uganda, almost like 90%, you know, they've all like they all
We
have
have
like,
no,
you know,
yeah,
like
we have no middle
degrees,
class. We don't have
something
middle
like
class
that.
in Uganda. We
So
don't have a middle
don't settle
class.
for less. Don't be Uganda. Don't be paid 200k a month.
And you
I
think
don't
that
come
it's
to Dubai
okay.
and also be paid 800k. You deserve more than that.
You deserve more than that. Never settle for less. Bro.
All right. So, guys, I think we'll be closing our program. You guys, I would like you to give a final, you know, like a final statement or closing statement, if you don't mind. Zach, I'll start with you.
I think I've said it all, but my final statement is going to be for you guys. Make it here. You can have a better life when you're here. If you have nothing you're doing in Kampala, you can have a better life when you come here. So find your way to Dubai. You have something to do. And lastly, subscribe to the channel. The numbers that we are having on Facebook, we want these numbers to come back to YouTube.
To YouTube.
Because that is where the main focus is. We are
Exactly.
giving you information that helps you guys. So this is the only way we want you guys also to help us. You go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, like the page, hit the notification button such that every time we post the video, you guys get to know about it. That's all I have to say for this.
For it.
Well, in addition to my points, guys back in Uganda, you can still make it here in Dubai. It's not so hard as they always say. You can still make it here in Dubai. There are so many opportunities. As I said before, never settle for less. Always look for opportunities. Keep building your CV, keep building yourself. Make yourself look so important in each and every way. That's all I can say. Alhamdulillah, big up on yourself.
All right. I think the
Subscribe.
guys have said it all. Thanks to Farid and Zach, and I myself. Then I think you guys don't forget, just subscribe to our channel, YouTube channel. That's
YouTube
very
channel,
important.
follow
Facebook,
us on
Twitter. Just
Facebook.
press the notification button and give us a like. Thank you very much. Vibes Boys DXB. We sign out.
Yeah.